Audiences watched Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's rocky relationship play out on the small screen, but it looks like her marriage isn't the only thing that's in crisis. Her fortune has apparently gone down the tubes as well. Here's how she blew through all that cash.
I assumed that you're horrible with money. Well, duh.
Tori's father, film and TV producer Aaron Spelling, was worth $600 million at the time of his death in 2006. But despite the fortune he'd amassed, he'd only left $800,000 to Tori. Her mother, Candy Spelling, told the New York Times that was because she and Aaron didn't trust Tori not to squander his hard-earned cash, adding, "She would close a store and drop $50,000 to $60,000. I never did anything like that. She just went crazy."
And I was like, oh my gosh, look at that Fendi purse. Whoa, look at the price of that Fendi purse. And then
in her 2013 memoir, Spelling It Like It Is, Tori admitted, "It's no mystery why I have money problems. I grew up rich beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Even when I try to embrace a simpler life, I can't seem to let go of my expensive tastes. Even when my tastes aren't fancy, they're still costly."
they're Gucci, they're rhinestone, and nowadays I'd be like, oh my gosh, I just paid what for these?
Candy has reportedly been subsidizing Tori's habits for the sake of the kids, telling TMZ, "I've been paying all her bills now, just for the house and the kids' schools and their food."
Growing up in my family, we didn't talk about money a lot. That probably set me up for not knowing too much about how to handle money.
Spelling admitted in 2019 that she never actually learned to manage her money, revealing on her YouTube series Tori True and True,
I am not great with money. I had a business manager since I was 18 years old. So I never handled any of my money.
Thankfully, Spelling doesn't want her kids to make the same mistakes that she did.
You said I can choose anything I want.
Don't talk to me in front of people like
Now
that.
you're saying I can't.
And she's realized how little she knew about managing money growing up. She's now doing her best to set her own kids up for financial success in the future.
That's something that's really important for me to do as I'm learning myself now in my 40s. I really want my kids to know about it before they move out on their own.
In 2017, Page Six reported that the IRS drained Spelling and McDermott's bank accounts to recoup nearly $1 million in back taxes the couple owed, going back years. But the feds weren't the only creditors who came for them. In 2016, E! News reported that Spelling was ordered to pay a nearly $38,000 debt to American Express in a default judgment. The outlet also reported that City National Bank sued Spelling and McDermott in 2016 for allegedly failing to pay back a $400,000 loan years earlier. As of early 2020, Spelling and McDermott are parents to 5 young kids: Liam, Stella, Hattie, Finn, and Bo. Spelling told People magazine in 2017 that she was considering adding a 6th child to the mix, but even parents of just one child know that raising children isn't cheap. Spelling told the outlet in 2013 that she and McDermott couldn't even afford a vasectomy, which cost between $350 and $1,000, according to Planned Parenthood. She said back then, "We're in the entertainment business and things change year to year. We don't have a series on the air right now, so we have to be more restrictive of what we can spend, just like anyone who doesn't currently have a steady job." Interestingly, in 2014, after McDermott was busted cheating on Spelling, she reportedly changed her tune on the matter. She claimed that immediately after their convo about said vasectomy, Dean allegedly stepped out on her with another woman. Here's hoping they spent at least some of her inheritance on a $1,000 snip, because the return on investment may be worth it for the troubled couple in the long run.
I believe in love, I believe in shoes, and I believe in Louboutins.
Spelling's outlandish spending isn't limited to her own wardrobe. She also spoils her kids and their pals for her children's birthday parties, even if it means breaking the bank. When it comes to her children, Spelling spares no expense regarding her financial issues. In 2014, Radar Online reported that the star spent around $6,000 on her daughter Stella's 6th birthday party. The swanky affair was held at Le Chic Spa in Tarzana, California, and the actress supposedly spent around $90 per guest to give the little invitees the full spa experience, complete with makeovers and organic facials. The pint-sized guests also left with backpacks full of party favors, including Disney DVDs, dolls, lip gloss, and more.
Oh yeah, we're about to get into it.
Though Grandma Candy may be paying for much of the family's living expenses, she may not have set the best example for her daughter by throwing her a $40,000 baby shower for her 5th child in 2017, according to the Daily Mail. But by 2019, however, Dean and Tori seem to have turned over a new leaf, at least in terms of birthday party spending. They celebrated their youngest son Beau's second birthday at the comparatively cheaper Giggles and Hugs restaurant, where a party of up to 15 guests can range from $200 to $650. Spelling and McDermott have moved several times within Southern California since their financial troubles began in 2011. That's when they sold their Encino home for $2.5 million, a $400,000 loss on its purchasing price, according to the LA Times.
Celebrities go through financial struggles too. We make mistakes too. We're not perfect.
They then bounced around the area, selling homes at a loss and paying tens of thousands of dollars in rent per month for places in Malibu, Tarzana, Woodland Hills, Encino, and Calabasas, before landing in Hidden Hills, renting a home for $13,000 a month. In her memoir, Spelling It Like It Is, Spelling summed up her family's bank account draining habit of home hopping, writing, "I moved houses to simplify my life, but lost almost $1 million along the way." Spelling is a lover of antiques and an unabashed, quote, hoarder of basically everything.
I'm not kind of a hoarder, I'm a full-fledged hoarder.
In order to monetize her passions, she opened a specialty boutique called Inventory in 2011, which sold antiques, furniture, gifts, and other items, according to People magazine. Sadly, according to Radar Online, the store officially closed its doors in 2014, but she always had her acting to fall back on, right?
Yeah.
As of 2020, Spelling's stab at a career resurgence with BH90210, the reboot of the 90s classic that made her famous, is stalled. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Spelling made $420,000 for starring on the revival, plus an extra $15,000 per each of the 6 episodes as a co-creator of the show.
Tori Spelling is polarizing, but as Donna Martin, she is completely endearing. Polarizing.
Fox declined a second season in 2019, but later reports suggest that there may be attempts to shop the show around to other networks and outlets.
I don't know what's worse, if it does happen or if it doesn't happen.
A lot of Spelling and McDermott's funds have gone into their gas tanks and getaways. Radar Online reported that the couple's sweet rides have set them back a pretty penny. Spelling frequently drives a Range Rover, which can cost upwards of $82,000. One of her backup rides is a Cadillac Escalade, which starts in the $75,000 range. And McDermott was spotted riding a Ducati motorcycle, which can range in price from $10,000 to $65,000.
I drive like an old lady now.
And when they're not zipping around town, they're going away. According to Radar Online, among other extravagant ski trips and tropical vacations, the family rented a $20,000 beach house in Malibu in 2014. While beauty may only be skin deep in Hollywood, it's a bankable asset, and Spelling has been known to invest in her looks.
It's like I could wear like my tracksuit with my Louboutins.
Yeah. Spelling has reportedly admitted to having a nose job and breast implants, which she later told Entertainment Tonight she'd had removed because they were recalled.
They're expired and they're recalled.
In 2014, a source told OK Magazine that Spelling regretted some of the plastic surgery she had done on her face, saying, "Everything is sagging because she doesn't have the money to maintain some of the major work she's had done. She's starting to deeply regret ever going under the knife." Then in 2015, Spelling was photographed leaving the Calabasas Medical Spa, sporting a very red and blotchy face. According to the dermatologist interviewed by Us Weekly, the cause of her appearance could have been because the star was getting a CO2 laser treatment. Those particular anti-aging treatments can be very expensive, costing several $1,000s a pop. In 2013, McDermott was accused of cheating on Spelling with Emily Goodham, according to Radar Online. A month later, McDermott announced that he checked himself into rehab for intimacy addiction and substance abuse issues.
If you don't like my instincts, you don't like my choices, you don't think I can get here, you don't think I can understand your feelings, then why the are you with me?
Dean told People magazine in a statement, "I am truly sorry for the mistakes I have made and for the pain I've caused my family. I take full responsibility for my actions and have voluntarily checked myself into a treatment center to address some health and personal issues. I am grateful to be getting the help I need so I can become the husband and father my family deserves." McDermott's 30-day stint in rehab is rumored to have cost between $60,000 and $70,000, and Spelling is the one that apparently footed the bill. But Dean wasn't alone in seeking help for his issues. The couple chronicled their counseling together on True Tori.
If I don't change who I am from the inside out, then you know, we're not gonna make it.
Spelling once made a mint off of selling her family life on TV and social media, but she's admitted to Us Weekly that being a mom may have actually stalled her earnings, since she feels bad leaving her 5 kids in order to work. She admitted, "I live in a state of mom guilt, a perpetual state. It should be tattooed across my forehead. It's really bad."
Responsibility of having to take care of so many people financially.
Still, she and McDermott typically don't work at the same time, according to Spelling, which may be why she blew through her inheritance instead of her actual income. She said, "This morning I was just realizing that a lot of people don't have this. He's up, he's waking the girls up, I'm waking the boys up, and we're just doing it together. I'm really lucky to have this. When I'm working, he is there. When he's working, I'm there. We kind of just trade off, so it works."
You doing $42 for Mama and me yoga?
Can't do that anymore.
It works for their family relationship, sure, but maybe not necessarily for their bank accounts. It never helps one's financial situation to have their problems made public, but that's what happened to Spelling. In August 2019, Good Day New York anchor Rosanna Scotto asked Spelling about the choice to include a meta storyline profiling Spelling's own financial problems on BH90210. In response, Spelling revealed,
That was a choice that I made and we made together to put that in there because that's such speculation. Media loves to talk about it.
Scotto, however, wasn't done with her line of questioning and asked Spelling flat out whether she could afford to pay her bills. Visibly offended by the awkward question, Spelling replied,
Am I able to pay my bills?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I am.
Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.